Adventure. It is defined as an unusual and exciting experience or activity. That is exactly what Carver and I set out looking for over our spring break this past year. We thought we would find just that on the Georgia Traverse, a 400-mile journey across North Georgia from Alabama to South Carolina. We made arrangements to meet up with Matt Brodie and his boys to embark on this adventure. We were all expecting to see amazing views and drive fun trails and roads while getting to know each other and building new friendships. Little did we know what would lie ahead of us. We would see teenage boys bond with my 8-year-old son like they'd known him his whole life. There will be incredible conversations about history, family, overlanding, and the best TV shows from the 80s and 90s. We will camp, fellowship, and unplug from the world to find the peace that only comes from falling asleep to the gentle rapids of a mountain stream. We will have incredible weather, little trouble, and create new friendships that will last a lifetime. This is truly about as flawless as an overlanding trip can get. So come along with us, because we simply must go carving up the trails on the Georgia Traverse. So we've started our trip and Carver is already checked out. He's watching planes, fire, and rescue while I drive for 3.5 hours. There it is.
Welcome to Georgia.
Welcome to Georgia. It's Buc-ee's, y'all.
You need to try it now.
Beaver Nugget!
Yeah!
We're gonna stop and get us some snacks.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Ah! Were you recording that?
Got him. Matt Brodie and the boys. Southlander in the trailer.
We met Matt Brodie and now we're going to the Georgia Traverse.
You gonna show them Matt behind us?
I don't know if you can see them, but they're behind us.
After several months of planning, we decided spring break would be the perfect time to take this trip. Since the end of the Georgia Traverse is just 20 minutes from our house, we drove to Alabama and worked our way back home. We decided to meet Matt and his boys in Dalton, Georgia, and that is where we decided to start our journey. We wound our ways through the mountain roads, found camp early at Hickey Gap, a forestry campground, because it was at the beginning of the Big Frog Loop that we would drive tomorrow. It is a beautiful place to stay with the sound of Mill Creek right outside the tent. We found a nice little waterfall, 5-minute walk from camp, cooked supper, and got to know each other around the campfire, eager to see what tomorrow had in store.
Hello and good morning. We are packing up from camp and we are going to go and actually get started on the Georgia Traverse. This was just our campsite, and you could see Matt and them was packing up, and that was my dad's legs. So I'm pretty pumped. It's Matt.
You ready to go carving up the trails? Are you ready? It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, that's Matt Brodie. Matt Brodie has his own channel called Simply Must Go. You should go check out his version of the Georgia Traverse. I'll link his channel below. Despite Carver's lack of enthusiasm, we were all excited to get started on the Big Frog Loop here in the Cohutta Wilderness. This is a beautiful gravel road that winds through the mountains and gives you spectacular views. We only made 51 miles today, but that was more so we were feeling each other out, trying to determine how fast each other was willing to go. I didn't know how fast Matt wanted to take the trailer, but we would eventually get that worked out. We also stayed at another forestry campground this evening as well, called Tumbling Creek. We weren't really sure about the dispersed camping rules, so to rather be safe than sorry, we just decided to use forestry campgrounds on this part of the Georgia Traverse, but we will find some dispersed camping later on. This is a pretty little side piece on the Georgia Traverse. We just decided to come on down here, and glad we did. It's absolutely beautiful. Like Carver said though, there's no camping, but this would be an amazing place to camp. All right, they're gonna try beaver nuggets for the first time.
I've never had these. I've wanted to try them forever. All right, here we go.
Hey, Will, get in there. Will,
I've
get in
tried
there.
them. I know how they taste. I had them before. I mean, I'll take some
Like,
more.
It's like a mix of those, like caramel popcorn, but also
Very
like,
good.
what's the cereal I'm thinking of?
Corn Pops?
Corn Pops, yeah.
Corn.
I
Yeah,
could
they're
snack
like
on these all day.
corn pops and
They're amazing.
caramel popcorn.
Yeah, they're really good.
See why I got 2 bags?
Yeah, they're good. Thumbs up, I approve.
We're about halfway through the Big Frog Loop. We decided to stop here at the Hemp Top Trailhead to get us a bite to eat. We are officially overlanding. He has lost his tank again. This poor little 5-pound tank. But this is a short ride off of the Georgia Traverse. I'd say maybe a couple miles. I think it took us 10 minutes to get here. But this is really cool, especially for me. I'm a history nerd, love history. This is actually one of the original TVA dams that they put in for the rural electrification
throughout the U.S. It was one of their side programs. It was really controversial. There was a lot of people down in these valleys that really didn't appreciate the damming up of the Ocoee River here and flooding a lot of the areas, especially down towards the end here. They've created a large lake, and there were several towns that actually got consumed by that lake. But this is a really cool side stop. I mean, it's really pretty and beautiful. You can even go out here on Highway 64. You go out on Highway 64 across that bridge and take a right. Just a short way up is where they actually had the, I believe it was the 1996 Olympics whitewater events. We just finished up a long day on the trails. Sorry about the hair, what's left of it. But oh man, it was about 8 hours on the trail between filming, just enjoying our time out there, seeing a couple of waterfalls, going to the Ocoee Lake number 3 dam, the hydro plant, talking about that. We are now here at Tumbling Creek. Absolutely beautiful place. We're here with Matt Brodie. He's over there. You can't see him because I'm parked in the way. We're trying to cook supper. You can see Carver's hammock over there in the wind maybe. So this is a beautiful place. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow though. So we're gonna eat and we're gonna start it up tomorrow. So I'm cooking hot dogs, Matt's cooking fajitas, and then we're just gonna enjoy our time around the fire. So y'all have a good one. Join us tomorrow.